wish a motherfucker would. More to send to the grave, more to meet on the other side. So at the last minute, they can realize they fucked up, but they can't tell nobody nothing. Like I said, I know how it ends, and I know how it could end. You stupid motherfuckers in the world. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Yeah, man, weighed myself this morning. Got a little, this exercise stood on my head for like, usually I would stand on my head, right? For about, I ain't gonna lie now, because I used to do handstands in high school, you know. Started off with a little, and one day in the Glen, I was doing handstands with a couple people. I remember Randy Keys tried to do it. I think Dennis Crawley broke his jaw, some shit. Anyway, I was telling him he gonna be all right. Anyway, I was walking and I fell off the side of the thing into the Glen. I never walked on my hands again until I was on a reservation and fucking 47 years old, 40. Anyway, and I did it out there. And you know what's the worst thing? The mind is a powerful weapon, one way or the other. I remember that falling off the side of the thing, walking on my hands along the side of the fucking Glen in high school with an amphitheater. I walked on my hands like this. I was a gymnast, walking on my hand. And I fell. Whoo, I got jacked up. Anyway, right? I was standing on my head up there. When I was on the res and I did it at 47, I'm in my second, third year over here in Arizona. I thought of that and fell. Like I couldn't walk on my hands. Like I couldn't stand on my hands. So I went upstairs this morning and I was doing my breathing after I went outside at sunbreak, right? Breaking the hemisphere where it needs to travel. I don't say that sunrise shit no more. Break, where I can see it breaking, recognize it. And the moon, as it was still sitting where it was. And I was standing in my footprints, rocks, circling. See my trinket and standing stones. And the soil was so cold, my bare feet. It was hard for me not to take my mind off of it, and then boom, I remember that fall. So I said, well, let's go upstairs and stand on my head. So I stand on my head. I was out there for about 7, 8 minutes. I didn't do the 10 to 15, 30 minutes like I usually would do. I just did a short period. Anyway, went upstairs, cleaned my feet off, because, you know, it gets a little, when it's cold and wet, you know, muddy. And so went upstairs, butt naked, because I had on pajama bottoms, tank top, no drawers, and barefoot. It's about 20-something degrees, I don't know. I did some more deep breathing. I did the triangle, you know, like that. I said, got up on my head, and I was like, damn it, I might as well get on my hands because I'm shaky than a motherfucker. I was up on there, motherfucker, like that. And my core ain't weak because I be doing planks and all that. And I'm just, you know what it is? All I could think about was falling on the res because I fell in the Glen when I was walking on my hands, even on my head, and I like to hang upside down. I just couldn't get it together. So I was saying, so I made it 3 minutes. That's the whole point. I made it 3 minutes, y'all. I need to do about 5 minutes. They say do 5 minutes at least 2-3 times a day. I said, well, I wondered this way I could change it. Check it out. So I got up on my bed. My bed's pretty high now. And I'm laying on my bed and I'm like, well, I do this thing for my back where I hang upside down on my thing right there, right? I said, well, you know what, damn it. Got up all the way to the edge, move all the pillars and everything. And I'm laying with my head hanging over, right? Pay attention, you know I got a cat. Now I'm hanging and I got the mohawk going, right? So, and that's not the real name of it. But anyway, I'm hanging over and my back crack and I'm like, oh, this is great. And I'm laying back and I got my feet up in the air, look like some hoe. Anyway, I'm laying back, right? And who decided to pity pat because they ain't like some random white motherfucker tore my head up this. That motherfucker hit me with about what's that, Tony Baker? He get him pity pats? Tore my head up. I said, I'll never do that again. I will stick to hanging upside down because when I go up against the wall and I go upside down, he stays the fuck out of the way. He's like, what the fuck is that? I'm just seeing him upright. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, it was pretty funny this morning. I thought I would share that with y'all. Now, oh my goodness. So I did it for 3 minutes. Upside down on my motherfucking head. I was sitting there going, what am I doing? But they say that it's good for you. Now, I believe it is. I really do, right? Because you get blood into your brain. When most of the time, there's a balance to things. I don't believe in gravity. There's a balance and order to things. But they have heavy metals that they're adding. So what does that mean? Why do you have plaque buildup? Well, we all attribute it to animal fats and proteins, which is pretty much true, and not enough fiber. But the heavy metals play a major part. Look into it. I'm going to put it out there. Look into it. When you have heavy arsenics pertaining to metal type arsenics, there's different types of arsenics, people. You pull it from rice, potatoes. You pull arsenic from a number of places, certain mushrooms and all that kind of stuff. Animals extracts, pus extracts. Then you have zinc, chromite, magnesium, iron. Remember, what was it, about 7 years ago when 7 to 8 years ago, somebody busted it with Kellogg's. They actually put iron into the Kellogg's. So it was not a digestible iron. It was not a mineral that your body takes and creates, especially if you don't know if you need iron or not. It's just like buying an iron supplement. In the hospital, they give iron supplements, the worst thing in the world to take. Yet, they don't know that. Where's the best form to get your iron? Spinach, chard, kale, steamed, collard greens, mustard greens. You see what I'm saying? Those are and if you don't mind Italian pesto, if you know how that's made, I eat a lot of that on vegan pasta. And best way to get iron and magnesium. With those heavy metals and zinc and copper, they play a major part in the deformity of your blood cells. And what happens with your blood cells when they can't free travel because of less oxygen? They weigh down. Not as in gravity. They can't move as order. They can't move in order, in the way they were established to move. So getting on your head allows your brain, because that's starvation, people. You just don't know it because you feel normal when you're far from it. So getting up on your head, me and Rip, I think, had this conversation. I think maybe me and my brother Mike, Big Jersey, because he's on here. All right. Get on your head. Get a pillow. I just get around the top of my head because I'm still Mr. Kung Fu. It shit don't bother me. And then I got this poof up here. So I get up on there and I put at an angle and I allow my core to work. And it wasn't too much shaking. It was a little shaking going on in the kitchen. But I was also kind of tired from all the hyperventilating I was doing. And I did yoga. Yoga's a whole nother dynamic, y'all. You do 10, 20, 30 minutes of yoga, it feels like you ran a marathon, trust me. But anyway, so I'm sitting here 3 minutes. And I'm telling you that the blood goes up there to help the synapses and everything. You've got a sac, magnetism and everything. You need those heavy metals to go somewhere where they can be used. Instead of into your gallbladder, all those different functions that it disrupts. I told you the enemy knows what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing by the stuff they put in your food. Okay? Yeah, hot water and lemon, y'all. With a little ginger in there, ginger stick, no cinnamon. Oh shit, that ginger. I wanted to talk about something this morning. Somebody asked me the other day about the Washington Moors, Princess, Empress, what's her name, right? Now I saw a brother on Instagram, because I'll be over there sometimes, I chat with people as far as in the messenger part. And Aboriginal looked up, and it saddened me that he shared something. And this is how misinformation happens. And it had one of them goofy fucking Moors talking about, the UN the UN. I used to barter for the UN. I'm ex-military, not in the process what you think, outside of it for our people. And that's when I realized that the UN is just a corrupt entity that they're meaningless. They don't care about nothing. You see what they're doing. They don't care about nothing. They're all with that party that's for everything where you at and who you are and all that. The UN is garbage. They're the ones that help create all the problems that you see. They came because they needed to persecute and rewrite the history of Hitler. And they needed to formulate, anytime you watch anything on YouTube, on History Channel, it's a pure blatant fucking lie. What they talk about Ava Brown, Hitler, and all of them. How does a Catholic, staunch Catholic, a vegan, who has Jews in his midst, Zionists in his midst, hidden, who are, as you can see, poisoning him. And then, I still don't think he was murdered. Great actors. To write a narrative to fulfill what you see going on right now. To have people going, oh, the Jews and this, that, and the other. Who are writing the narratives? Who are in control? Who are hunting these people who could tell the truth, who they need to get rid of? Whenever you have a truth teller, what do? They dispatch them. They get rid of them. Am I wrong? Tell me if I'm wrong. So anyway, this brother, I don't know if it was Aboriginal Duck. I never sat down and have a conversation with the brother, but it was the person in the narrative of this shit from Twitter, whatever. The dumb people were still on that goddamn. People get off of that goddamn platform, TikTok. Get off of it. Stop being stupid and stuck. Get off of it, people. Let me tell you something about this Empress. I'm not gonna smudge her name. Okay? But I'm tired of this more shit. And they said that she got some 600 and something acres because of the UN. Bullshit. The FBI nor does this government recognize her. Right to this day and this moment. You know why? When you start professing and claiming stuff, walking around with Shiner's hat on, with Islam and all that other shit, and they know the truth. See, this is the game that our people want to play. They know the truth. They know, not all, but the majority in positions. And they look at this shit and go, look at these dumb little fucking pickaninnies. Because now you fit the status of what they've created. So this individual, Verdiashi or Verdishi or whatever the fuck, Tiara, no Empress to me, I'm sorry, was grafted. And how was it? And we're talking about, you know, I was damn near about 10 years in the military by that time. I mean, no, I mean, almost. Right before Desert Storm when she started her bullshit. Okay? It amazes me at the people and the youth who hear us and they still want to buy into this shit because of these deviants, this sacrilege of an ideology that still pushes. See, I have no respect when Islam is used in that form with these motherfucking Moors. Just like anybody in the Black Panther talking about Islam. I have no respect for you because the Black Panthers wasn't about African or religion. See, that I have zero. I'm surprised that Fred Hampton's son running around like the fucking Goomba he is. I don't care about your soldiers and the people you got because we're a different platform, bro. I am tired of misleading him. Now, it's one thing to say, let's go find and make a place. Our people did that long ago. And now they're conflicted. They're running around with self-hate. Over there in so-called Africa, if you want to call that, most people on this earth, melanated, are ignorant to the reality of the truth of our origin and our origin story. This motherfucker right here is another one of them problems. Just like them Jamaicans and Islanders worship Haile Selassie as some fucking Christ of God. You stupid sons of bitches. He was a coward who ran from Ethiopia during the Italian invasion of Ethiopia because he was part of them to go there and sack it. Even though he had help, they had help, not him, that fought back and pushed back Italy because Italy was on the wrong page. Even though Mussolini and all them fucktards had it had it twisting just like Japan, but they got into the foray of the end of the war, even though most of the people in Italian were still in the mentality of sacking the Moors. A different divinity, a different ideology. Very short-lived. And they were still angered. All them little half-breeds in Italy and not Sicily too much, but Italy, all them little half-breeds, that's why you Italian, you half-breed motherfuckers. All right? It's because you don't know the fucking truth. Running around on our land, brought over here like you somebody, like you this, you ain't done shit. See, people have a hard time recognizing the truth of history. All right? I have no respect for those people who stand behind some bullshit instead of getting into the truth. Don't canoodle it. Getting into the truth of shit. There is no such thing as a Washita Moor. Nah, you can proclaim and self-identify all you fucking want. But on this soil, when you don't even know the true story behind the Moors and who they really were, because you've got that dichotomy of religion and those who wanted to divert the truth of their history into another fabricated narrative. They weren't Muslims. They weren't no motherfucking what you think Moors. It wasn't based upon seashore mooring because all that's rewritten history. It had everything to do with Tartaria, but nothing to do with what you think it does right now. So I'm tired every time I hear one of you motherfuckers, you become more impractical. The more y'all sit there talking that shit, listen to more of these niggas with more made up fiction. Some of the books I read is pure fiction, but they have key components in them. But you motherfuckers. Now, New York. Who remembers, was it about a year or two ago when they unleashed, they put up Baphomet? Remember the statue they brought through and motherfucker, you see all the people that was out there? Now they put a new form out where you can't really tell. Pay attention to what's going on. You can't tell, there's no gender. You just see breasts and you see hair going back as an horn. Kind of related to our old Chippewa women and some of the hair forms they would wear based on Tartaria. And people over in Europe and some pale skins. You could see it in numerous places that you saw. And I guess, what was that? The Clone Wars, was it? No, not the Clone Wars. One of them Star Wars movies when the Emperor's sitting there, Princess Leia, when she had the big ass groups. That's all based on Tartaria, the clothes of old. See, we think we're dressing now. Back in the day, the way they dressed was simplistic, and you would think it was something off in the future. We have literally went fucking backwards. We showed everybody how to fucking dress because nobody knew how to fucking dress. Who remembers the 40s, 50s, and 60s? Who remembers the time when we was always in suits and shiny shoes, pale skin shining out shoes, and all of a sudden that flipped around and changed over a fucking night? Like, how'd that happen? A war. Nobody ever wants to pay attention to the time and what's going on. The government who's manipulating and pushing things. So here you have in New York where they unveiled this golden statue, golden. Female perverse. Thing with the horns, Baphomet. But a lot of you motherfuckers, y'all want to dismiss God. I don't believe in the word God at all because I broke it down as far as I could. And because of our ancestral story, we didn't utilize such a word. Not to dismiss creation itself. The problem is you put off your energy into another place, a direction, which they accomplished it when you need to keep that energy in yourself. They got all these idiots building their pressure, giving this pressure against us, putting all their energy into that shit. And I keep telling you to stop focusing on all this shit. See, right now I'm talking about something that matters not to me, so I don't give it no energy. Even mentioning it, I haven't mentioned the name. I said Baphomet, but there's many other names. And in history, they have spread all these different names to keep people running around all divided and delusion. When at one time we all knew that it all has something to do with one property. Because we got all you lost religious motherfuckers. Keep capitulating because you hear motherfuckers who make sense. If those motherfuckers who make sense was really being honest, they tell you don't worry about the religion of it. Pay attention to the story that I have to share. See, most of them can't do that because they start incorporating this new age Jesus shit. Or this new, not knowing this true story about Christians and where it comes from. Cave dwelling motherfuckers. Now, could there be some reality to the motherfucker? I don't give a fuck if there is. We have a hard time just dealing with ourselves on our internal. Maternal and paternal. So, all you people that keep running around sharing this goofy shit, and the information is right there. You can put up FedEx docs and all that other stuff. No, she did not get land by that. No, you motherfuckers sitting there going in people's houses. Sorry. Yes, they stole a lot of shit. A lot of shit is gone. But if you ain't willing to come together and get your ass out of your head out of hot and join together and redirect that energy, y'all need to shut the fuck up. Every last one of you, Farrakhan on down to you more motherfucking scientific, your Christian pastors, your fake Catholic preach, your pimp preaching despicable, whatever the fuck, despicable motherfuckers, that's what I'm gonna call them. All you sons of bitches need to shut the fuck up. You Hebrew Israelites, you stupid what's that motherfucker, Tazadak, whatever that goofy motherfucker, take your ass over to Africa and learn a real hard lesson. I had a friend of mine hit me talking about, bro, I'm on my way back to the States. You wasn't lying. I was like, yeah, shut the fuck up. And I told him to meet some of my peoples. He too stupid, too lazy to go meet my people because he thought that he was in the sin of it. They just want your motherfucking money. Take your ass over to Palestine and Israel and go and say something real sweet to them rabbis and give them motherfucking $50, $100. They will follow your ass all day thinking you're supposed to keep giving them, talking that goofy sly shit they talk because they sound like more like gypsies and you won't even recognize it. damn, that is good. Strong, but it's good. I gotta be careful. It can be hard on the liver and the kidneys. So I gotta slip all that throughout the day. I'm gonna add a little more warm water to it because it's really strong. So you could believe in these motherfuckers because y'all lack the self-responsibility. You can always tell when people lack self-responsibility. Because if they was responsible, they'd be focused on themselves more and more. And I ain't talking about in this worldly way. You see these motherfuckers with the pearly whites walking around with all the fat jacket and all the clothes, always motherfuckers work out with their shirts off, all that. Nothing wrong with that. But I'm just saying, tats, and then they got the little sand. And then you go and hit them with a two-piece, it's a quitter. That motherfucker down. All that shit don't mean nothing. The power is inside. When I made this statement that the women are the most powerful, we got a couple of sisters that also act stupid. Man, fuck them. If I send you a message, you owe me some money, I'm going to get it one way or the other. Or I'm going to do what I got to do to you. You better correlate and get yourself together. If you come over here and you see this, you know who I'm talking to. I don't sit there chasing motherfuckers. I can just do that. And people know me. I can just do that. I don't give a fuck where you live at. So anyway, make shit right. Women are the most powerful creature we have. Men are the most powerful subject, not to the woman, most powerful tool. But the vices of those two together, the woman make the man powerful, the power of the man protects that woman's power, protects her. Do you get what I'm saying? So the motherfuckers that's talking about man hating, woman hating, you the motherfuckers that's pushing the goddamn hate. Now, if you feel some kind of way about what I said the other day, fuck you. I don't give a flying fuck about your little fucking feelings. I'm the type of motherfucker, if you'd have jumped on my dick, I could have called your mama a hoe and you still talking about, baby, can we go in the bedroom? Don't get me fucked up. No, see, that's that ghetto shit. Now, in the reality, the majority of y'all don't even know how to internalize yourself to wake yourself up. You can listen to this goofy shit, like I just stated, and that would drive you. Because you motherfuckers don't have no truth, no real conviction. No, I know motherfuckers right now, and I'll be looking at the video and see them comment all the time, but I'll be sitting there going, I knew you was a switch hitter. I knew you was a funny motherfucker. I knew the world you lived in before, you want that to be something as if it was something. And it was nothing. And I look at motherfuckers still living with their mamas and their daddies, still living in the basement, still living in the motherfucking attic, haven't even gotten out there, and you know what? And I see motherfuckers who are homeless who don't have to be homeless, right? And I'll be sitting there saying, why are you homeless? And then you hear their attitude, and then when their attitude come out, they convince themselves that they can say anything to you. Me, I'll let you the fuck go. I'll be like, look, you know what? You thought you was gonna say, woe's me, and I was gonna buy into it. No, I'll wait until you feel better and you're healed up, and then because you see when that happens, when the motherfucker make it through panic, and you can still hear them all angry that they haven't been resilient and they're healing and self-purpose. And then you hear them, the energy focuses everywhere and they sit there and say, I know how to listen, but they don't know how to listen. They capitulate to everything that's stated as if they got to explain everything. You know what an explainer is? A motherfucker who's a complainer. A complainer is an explainer. Explainer is a complainer. There's no way you can take the two of them apart. Just like conspiracy is the theory, because theory is relevant to the conspiracy. And yet the CIA got everybody fooled as if it means something, a magic bullet. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers are insensible and they won't pay attention when you tell them you need to leave there. Stop drinking the water, because you know they're drinking the tap water because they ain't got shit. Stop eating the processed food. They couldn't survive without motherfucking having something in the morning as well as something at night. You see the motherfuckers that go to Starbucks getting that worthless ass coffee, the most worst coffee beans you can get in the world. But nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear the truth. Oh, you ain't gonna take all my sugars and sweets and cream and latte fucking caramel triple flip goddamn cranberry, whatever the fuck y'all drinking in them goddamn things. It looks like a carnival in that cup. Anyway, I just don't get it. And I don't want to get it because you know what? It's outside. It has nothing to do with reality. It has everything to do with self-affliction. Now, I just talked about some real incidents, real fucking people. And they happen to be women. When our women are broken, y'all are the worst motherfucking creatures on the planet. You fuck up a lot. Every trap house I ever went to or visited, every trap house I know about, friends or whatever, because I used to go over there and live. Let's date this one girl over in Camden, right? And I'd be over there and be like, yo, God wants to see my son. You know, what the fuck? She grabs the bag. I'm like, holy shit. So I drive over that motherfucker. She runs up in there. Come on in real quick. Nigga, are you crazy? But I'm good. You know, I run up in there. Niggas is in one room doing cartwheels. Crack the fuck. You can smell it in there. I said, hold on. All the windows open, right? So I know where the fuck to run up out of here to get to my car to get the fuck up out of here. Anyway, I hear the stories. How the women bring certain niggas in there to set up. Some don't walk again. Never open their eyes. You women can be the worst when you don't have no order. The worst fucking things. And then you have that thing between your legs, you just throw it around until your body just wore the fuck out. And then you men, I have nothing to say to you motherfuckers. You become effeminate. That's why you parlay and do the shit you do. Because women broken is not good, but men, nah, we can do without you raggedy motherfuckers. It only takes a handful of real powerful men. It only takes 3 or 4 or 5 strong motherfucking melanated men with the right women behind them. They could bring a motherfucking mountain down. So, yeah, that's the reason why there's more women than men. We can do it without a whole lot of you broken motherfuckers. And there's a whole lot of women because we could do without a whole lot of you broken motherfuckers. But we need the fucking women. We need their song. We need their harmony, their voice. We need their strength. Not some broken ass, raggedy ass bitch running around all stupid because they want to blame Pappy and Mammy and this, that, and the other. No, you keep staying in the same group with the same motherfuckers. Never rising to the occasion. And most times, you know what brings a woman out of that despair? A man who knows what he's talking about. Then they realize, wait, there are other women around there that seek what I'm seeking. And then when they come together, with nurtured properly, in the right way, with a woman who is actually walking that, because they're hidden. Then there's something. There's somebody. The men can direct. But when they get to the right mother, whoo, they all become mothers, sisters, daughters. They become sentient again. And then the men who they see and they graft with, they become sentient. And those men become, and I guarantee you, let's say if I had 5 sisters right now, you think I'd be on here talking to you motherfuckers? Fuck out of here. I wouldn't even have a cell phone. Fuck out of here. Information would be coming by way of them. This is, because to me, this seems like a waste of time. Y'all know I'm stubborn. It seems like a waste of fucking time to me. Because some of y'all so emotionally broken and disturbed, you've got to stay and capitulate with the shit that keep you fucked up, held down in a position of lowliness. And I don't give a fuck your crayon color, your makeup, whatever the fuck you want to call yourself. All that shit don't mean nothing. We've been long past that. We're circumventing without guidance to go back to what we're supposed to be. And a lot of y'all have a hard time seeing that. I tell you, any motherfucking agent, if you in here, when you do take your last breath, you have a choice now. You're going to wish you had never done whatever you're doing right now. That's all I'm going to say for you motherfuckers. I got to add some water. Hold on, y'all. I got to add some more water to this shit, y'all. This shit, I need some more sip. That shit is woof. You ain't gonna stay. You can go. I ain't done talking, but you can go. Dead ass. Yes, I'm doing good. Ain't eating shit. Not hungry at all. Not hungry one fucking bit. Let's slide this back a little bit. You know what? I sit up on this thing. Let me sit up some 2 of them. Let me see. Oh, that feels a lot better. God damn. Oh, now my ass feels good. This thing sits low. I like it low because I like to keep my feet up when I got a scary movie on and shit. I was going to get that 75-inch. No, nigga, I'm trying to let my eyes heal as it is. The fuck shit, let me get this motherfucker water right. Excuse me, y'all. This is what it is. Come on, nigga. Woo! Shot. Woo! Shit. Damn, that's hot. All right, we're gonna slide down. What's going on, Papa? He's looking at me like, what the fuck? So anyway, let's go ahead and read a little bit. I've been on here 41 minutes. Good. Stay with me, motherfuckers. My motherfuckers. Hold a pale horse. Turn this down. I did some chin-ups, man. You know, when you do chin-ups, you ain't done in a long time, even though you're doing core work. And because I'm not eating, I only did like 5, just straight 5. Boom, boom, like, boom, just not all the way down, legs crossed on the door, all the way up. You know, in the back, those little, you got your Christmas tree, I forget, serratus, whatever, I forget what it's called. Anyway, pull them this tight, but you don't want to move it so much, you know, aggravate it. And boy, God dog, man, I feel it. You hear me? You hear me? I feel it. All right, so anyway, here we go. Behold the Pale Horse. I'm just going to read a little bit because I want to come back in a couple of hours and read the other books, William Cooper, and then I want to come back this evening before shutting down. There's this documentary I want to look at on I think it's on a history channel, if I remember right. Anyway, I got to wrote it down upstairs. We'll read a little bit of this, just a little bit. This is still some more. It's biopic. Pretty much talking about Mr. Cooper, so we know him a little better. And then we'll finish it up. We got about, let me be straight up with you. This is the forward. This is forward, okay? And it's good. It's good. So you just hold on, and then we get into the silent weapons for quiet wars. And that's when we start embarking on the plane of his relevance. All right, so here we go. Lincoln went below, and Geronimo and I began the unending task of sweeping the horizon from bow to stern. Remember, he was in the Navy. All right, stern is supposed to be. Bow to stern, which is the end. Then the sky from horizon to zenith, and then back to the horizon from bow to stern again and again. And then a pause to rest our eyes and chat for a few minutes. I asked Ensign Ball to call for some hot coffee. Remember I was telling you about going around the horn and the watches we had to do, how we had to hook ourselves to the lifeline. Lifeline was real, people. We made it a joke. We had people go down. Recruit Ricky, I need you to go and fetch me 10 yards of lifeline. You go down to the power plant. They're running some tests on a couple of the General 404 electrics down there for the Tomcats. Yeah, go and check it out. Well, I forget the name of the engine's nomenclature. But anyway, that motherfucker, they would send from there, they would send him somewhere else. He would spend damn near the whole shift, 12 hours, running around looking for lifeline. Anyway, but it was real. Anyway, check it out. Pause to rest our eyes and chat for a few minutes. I asked Ensign Ball to call for some hot coffee as he bent over the 1MC. I turned, raising my binoculars. I used to hate the 1MC. Raising my binoculars. General quarters. Oh, shit. Lights and red and all shit. We're going to get sunk. Anyway, raising my binoculars to my eyes just in time to see a huge disc rise from beneath the ocean. Listen. A huge disc rise from beneath the ocean. Water streaming from the air around it, tumble lazily on its axis and disappear into the clouds. My heart beat wildly. I tried to talk, but couldn't. Then I changed my mind and decided I didn't want to talk. I didn't want to say. What? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I decided I didn't want to say that. Anyway, I had seen a flying saucer the size of an aircraft carrier come right out of the ocean and fly into the clouds. I looked around. quickly to see if anyone else had seen it. Ensign Ball was still bending over the 1MC. He was ordering coffee. Geronimo was looking down the starboard side Ave. I was torn between my duty to report what I had seen and acknowledge that if I did, no one would believe me. As I looked out over the ocean, I saw only sky, clouds, and water. It was as if nothing had happened. I almost thought I had dreamed it. Ensign Ball straightened, turned toward Geronimo and said, "The coffee was on the way up." I looked back towards the spot, about 15 degrees relative off the port bow and about 2.5 nautical miles distance. Nothing, not even a hint of what had happened. "Ensign Ball," I said, "I thought I saw something about 15 degrees relative off the bow, but I lost it. Can you help me look over there, that area?" Ensign Ball turned, raising his glasses to eye level. I didn't know it at the time, but Geronimo had heard me and turned to look. He was happy that something had broken the monotony. I was just lifting the binoculars off my chest when I saw it. The giant saucer shape plunged out of the clouds, tumbled, and pushing the water before it, opened up a hole in the ocean and disappeared from view. It was incredible. This time I had seen it with my naked eyes, and its size in comparison with the total view was nothing short of astounding. Ensign Ball stood in shock, his binoculars in his hands, his mouth open. Geronimo yelled, "Holy shit! What the? Hey, did you guys just see that?" Ensign Ball turned and, looking right at me with the most incredulous look on his face, said in a low voice, "This had to happen on my watch." He turned, quickly pressing the override on the 1MC and yelled, "Captain to the bridge! Captain to the bridge!" Anybody in the Navy, that's kind of what it sounds like with that shit in the background. I couldn't stand that shit. Anyway, as an afterthought, he pressed the switch again and yelled, "Somebody get a camera up here!" The captain surged up the ladder with the quartermaster on his heels. "Chief Quartermaster Quintero!" had the ship's 35mm camera slung around his neck. The captain stood patiently while Ensign Ball tried to describe what he had seen. He glanced at us and we both nodded in affirmation. That was enough for the captain. Damn it, that cracked. There we go. He called sonar, who during the excitement had reported contact underwater at the same bearing. The captain announced into the 1MC, "This is the captain. I have the con." The reply came back instantly from the helm. "Aye, sir." I knew that the helmsman was passing the word in the control room that the captain had personally taken control of the boat. I also knew that the rumors were probably flying throughout the vessel. The captain called down and ordered someone to closely monitor the radar. His command was instantly acknowledged. As the five of us stood gazing out over the sea, the same ship, or one exactly like it, rose slowly, turned in the air, tilted at an angle, and then vanished. I saw the chief snapping pictures out of the corner of my eye. This time, I had 3 images from which to draw conclusions. It was a metal machine. Of that, there was no doubt whatsoever. It was intelligently controlled. Of that, I was equally sure. It was a dull color and kind of like pewter. There were no lights. There were no glow. I thought I had seen a row of what looked like portholes, but I could not be certain. Radar reported contact at the same bearing and gave us a range of 3 nautical miles. Damn. The range was right on, as the craft had moved toward the general direction that we were headed. We watched repeatedly as the strange craft re-entered the water and then subsequently rose into the clouds over and over again until finally we knew that it was gone for good. Now, the episode lasted about 10 minutes. Before leaving the bridge, the captain took the camera from the chief and instructed each of us not to talk to anyone about what we had seen. He told us the incident was classified. Yeah. Some of the things anyway, and we were not to discuss it, not even among ourselves. We acknowledged this order, and you better trust me. You fucking end all that goddamn sea. So many people end up missing that sea. I'm trying to tell y'all, even when they get back, and missing, man. The captain and the chief left the bridge, and Ensign Ball stepped to the 1MC and, pressing the override switch, announced, "This is Ensign Ball. The captain has left the bridge. I have the con." The reply was, "Aye, sir." As we all know, that's quickly followed. always. All right, sir. Those of us who had witnessed the UFO were not allowed to go ashore after we had berthed in Pearl. Even those of us who didn't have the duty were told we had to stay aboard. After about 2 hours, a commander from the Office of Naval Intelligence boarded. He went directly to the captain's stateroom. It wasn't long before we were called to wait in the passageway outside the captain's door. Ensign Ball was called first. After about 10 minutes, he came out and went into the wardroom. He looked shaken. I was next. When I entered the stateroom, the commander was holding my service record in his hands. He wanted to know why I had gone from the Air Force into the Navy. I told him the whole story, and he laughed. When I said that after putting off the Navy for fear of chronic seasickness, I hadn't been seasick yet. Suddenly, a mask dropped over his face, and looking me directly in the eyes, he asked, "What did you see out there?" "I believe it was a flying saucer, sir," I answered. The man began to visibly shake, and he screamed obscenities at me. He threatened to put me in the brig for the rest of my life. I thought he wasn't going to stop yelling, but as suddenly as he began, he stopped. I was confused. I had answered his question truthfully, yet I was threatened with prison. I was not afraid, but I was not very confident either. I figured I had better take another tack. 18 years with my father and 4 years in the Air Force had taught me something. Number one was that officers just do not lose control like that, ever. Number two was that if my answer had elicited that explosion, then the next thing out of my mouth had better be something entirely different. Number three was that his response had been an act of kindness to get me to arrive at exactly that conclusion. "You want to live, boy?" "Let's start all over again," he said. "What did you see out there?" "Nothing, sir," I replied, or answered. "I didn't see a damn thing, man. And I'm gonna tell you like how we was said, bro, I ain't seen nothing out there. I don't know what them people's talking about. The captain, they lost their mind. I called somebody, I glitched in my, I had too many pork chop sandwiches that evening, sir. No, let me stop. I like to get out there just as soon as possible." "I didn't see a damn thing, and I like to get out of here just as soon as possible, sir." A smile spread over his face, and the captain looked relieved. "Are you sure, Cooper?" he asked, knowing that Mr. Cooper was lying. "You're a good sailor, Cooper." "Yes, I'm sure," I replied. "You're a good sailor, Cooper," he said. "The Navy needs men like you. You'll go far with the Navy." He then asked me to read several pieces of paper that all said the same thing, only with different words. I read that if I ever talked about what it was that I didn't see, I could be fined up to $10,000 in prison for up to 10 years or both. In addition, I could lose all my pay and allowances due or even to become due. He asked me to sign a piece of paper stating that I understood the laws and regulations that I had just read governing the safeguard of classified information relating to national security. By signing, I agreed never to communicate in any manner in any information regarding the incident with anyone. I was dismissed, and boy, was I glad to get out of there. Not long after that incident, I devolunteered. I know that's motherfucker right from submarines. I was transferred to the USS Tom Bigby, AOG 11. What was I on? I was on a DDG 98. DDG USS Dale DDG 989. Yeah, that was something different. That was a destroyer. This is an attack. Anyway, the Tom Bigby was a gasoline tanker. That's right, gasoline AOG tanker. It was more dangerous than the sub. The captain was crazy, and the crew was a combination of idiots and misfits, usually. I once had to draw my pistol while I was petty officer of the watch to prevent an officer from being attacked by seamen. Yeah, they were out on them motherfuckers was crazy, y'all. Just to even be on that motherfucking ship, tanker. God damn, fuck that. Excuse my language. Anyway, this is gonna be it. The Tom Bigby collided in the dead of night with a destroyer in the Molokai Channel, and several men died when the destroyer was almost cut in half. Every day aboard that ship was exactly like a scene right out of Mr. Roberts. I struck for quartermaster. That's the navigation specialist, for those of you who don't know, okay? and managed to advance to the rank of second-class petty officer. All right, despite the obvious obstacles. Go on with your bad self, bro. That's what you do, bro. That's kind of long, yeah, but that's pretty good. And this is it right here. I was made Westpac. I made 2 Westpac tours, man. Anyway, aboard the Tom Bigby, and they included a total of 12 months off the coast of Vietnam. Yeah, he was during that time. We came under machine gun fire while anchored off Chile, and we had to do an emergency breakaway and leave the harbor. All we needed was one trace around in one of those tanks, and kaboom, it would have been all over. The Viet Cong gunner probably got busted because the stupid jerk missed the whole damn ship. How can you miss a whole ship? All right, so there we go. And where's my, you know what? I'm just right there. I'm right. The whole ship and it's big. And I want to mark this book, and I got some highlighters too. I want to highlight certain things in here, and I took them upstairs. I did. And then later on, we'll come back. We'll read these books, and then later on in the evening, we'll go ahead and finish up as much as we can of that. These books are phenomenal. Actually, who was that? Which one of y'all was the one that hit me up and messaged you? I'm gonna hold them up. Take a screenshot, and you read it just like that. Now, there's about several other books you can add to this, but these go hand in hand. They go well together. As long as you know what you're looking at, what you're looking for, and you have a little basic comprehension of what you're reading. Okay? This one, you go with everything, because it's just the history. And then you'll start to realize that how do we get to where we're at? And it's not all the people, it's the leadership. They're so-called leaders. As long as they're given and they're happy with what they're given and they're living in millions of dollars, there ain't too much you're gonna fucking say, right? Unless you're Coptic or whatever that's called. So anyway, it was good reading. I appreciate you all that came. I know that people have other things they can be doing, and I know it's just, what is it, Tuesday, right? And I'm gonna give some of y'all shout outs and then we'll be done with it. All right. Rep, what's going on, baby girl? Rhonda, what's happening? Hey, JR, peace, what's going on? Moon Frey, what's up? Oh, you already know, Moon. What's up, baby girl? You already know. Spaceship. Oh, that's what you get. What kind of phone you got? They got a spaceship look like that. I got this old Note 10 piece of crap. No. So they would have had a court martial me. No, there's a lot. Look, I'm gonna tell you something, man. What I've learned. I've met drunk veterans who said they were locked up for at least 5 or 6 years until certain regime changes, and they went through some hell shit. They went through some shit, bro. There's people locked up right now for their own protection, and they said, and they says we saw things, and they did all kind of experiments, gave us all kind of medication to do their best to eradicate what we saw, and they took the alcohol and drugs. I'm talking about Vietnam vets. And I met a couple of World War II vets that were like that. When I was back in New Jersey, you stayed drunk all the time. And when you sit there talking to them, they look at you and they wonder, you government? People that knew you, family, knew you. Y'all was young. What do you mean my government? I'm in high school. They drink so much vodka. And I remember Mr. Crawley, he's grinding his teeth. And he was strong. He was known for damn near tearing up the whole municipality and police department. Back in the 50s, the 60s, whatever the fuck. Breaking handcuffs. They put Mr. Crawley was big and strong. He put 2 handcuffs on, he'd break them both. And he used to tell me stories before I was going to get his pop off. It's 5 o'clock. Him and my father, Dennis, he's grandpa, I think. Mr. Crawley. Anyway, he used to tell me some shit, bro. I've been fortunate enough to hear and have so many stories to share. And then I've seen things myself. Not just that goofy, weird looking fucking, didn't look like a human woman. Looked like a hue of a woman. And then that dude with the eyes. That's some real shit. I told y'all the story about me and my brother Reg. And the apparitions walking down between us in Willowdale, between the houses. That's all real. And then there's other things that I know for a fact are real that I really don't have to mention about, because it doesn't really serve a purpose other than it would be sensationalizing something, and it's no purpose for that. That was meant. These things were meant for me to see. Now I have plenty of other stories though to tell, and I will in time. I just want to make sure that we have the right people in here. All right. So I appreciate all of y'all coming in, ladies. You already know. And I was playing my hair because I haven't had mohawk in a minute. I mean, it was up there. It was always just laid back. You know what I mean? Laid back. And now here it is, poof. I told y'all, and I had to trim it up a little bit. And everybody thought I had my hair straight and permed and all that. No, this is chemicals on my goddamn face. People are so weird. But anyway, my sisters, love y'all. For my brothers, you already know. Nothing but love. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. Sit back and sip. Let me see how this shit tastes, y'all. Y'all gotta really try this fasting shit. I ain't talking about fasting for the religious shit. Oh, that's fabulous. That's perfect. Needs a little honey though. But I'm not putting honey because I'm fasting. Then this right here, every day, I'm just doing it for a few days. I already know how to do it. Radiation poisoning, you want to have your body protected with iodine and certain things, bicarbonates, right? 4 cups, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of iodine, iodized sea salt, or kosher sea salt, and 1 drop of iodine, preferably kelp or seaweed, okay? Drink it throughout 4 cups. 1 cup in the AM, another cup a couple hours later, 3 or 4 hours later, and then before you go to bed. If you have a problem with high blood pressure, mitigate it. Find out what it is. If you have a problem with high blood pressure, make sure you got some oranges, some lemons, and some limes to eat raw. And also another thing that's pretty good, dark chocolate and cinnamon. Tablespoon of cinnamon, real natural cinnamon. And just drink it down. Don't drink it with milk because you know what the capsaicin and all that shit does to blood pressure. Drink it down with some distilled water. Just get it down. Stops. You bring that blood pressure down. All right. There's some little things. There's probably 1,000 other things out there. Don't be taking that privet and all the other goofy shit. Man, I gotta go ahead and let them motherfuckers tighten my shit up. Anyway, appreciate y'all. I can't. I've been looking at myself. I love me. I look in the mirror every damn day. I love me. And I just make sure my shit look good. That's just me, bro. Because it's just the only thing I got. Name brand is Jim Lucifer Wooten Branch, the motherfucking third. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah, Jim Red Wolf, home in the shoulder, as my great grandmother named me. And that's all. All right? So y'all have a good fucking day. And I'll see y'all here in a few hours. What was that? Drama, what's going on, man? All late and shit. It ain't like you working too hard, man. You know you surviving out there, bro. You already know what's going on. I mean, that's friends who say they've seen strange lights in the oceans and sky. Yeah, so fuck them being, Navy. Oh, I thought you said nasty. Oh, yeah. No. Rebel, oh, yeah. Well, trust them. If they told you that, believe it. Believe it. I've read enough information from many different particular things. Remember, it's all a puzzle. And it's not meant for us to know. Because these motherfuckers wouldn't be doing what they're doing if they wasn't put in a position to do what they're doing. That's why it's very important to not give it energy. That's why I need the women to wake the fuck up. And the weak ones to stay the fuck away. And I need the men to stop sitting on their fucking ass. You need to let this be the head with the brain in it for once. Stop thinking you know everything. I'm tired of these know-it-all niggas, man. I've had enough of them motherfuckers. When a nigga act like they know everything, because I don't know shit. I'm going to share with you my life's experience. When I get around these know-it-all motherfuckers that sensationalize dumb shit and they don't want to check themselves, I can't do nothing with them. I look at that nigga. He looked at my YouTube. He probably watching it now. He know he was talking to all that gay shit. I don't want to hear nothing about that shit. Something wrong with you, boy. And then you talking about Oklahoma and Georgia, nigga. That means that you motherfucking parlay. And then you want to sensationalize faggotry around me as if it's all right. That means you normalize something that I have no respect for. See, I don't pull no punches. I don't give a fuck what may have occurred or transpired or whatever. And if you're unaware, nigga, you see, that's how I deal with people. So I have no time for some goofy, broken ass, fucked up men. The worst. And I don't have no time for some old slack-jawed, worthless ass women. Broken sisters and brothers. When they start coming around because they know how to learn how to listen, something sparks in them, and they start listening, they always welcome. But other than that, talk sly, you talk slick, you talk all sideways, or how the fuck, you the fuck gone. You're arguing, playing all the time. Man, you're always jumping in first motherfucking coach to come along and no, motherfucker, you got to go. And that's a nice way of me putting it. Anyway, I'll see y'all in a little bit, all right? What was that? Don't cut the beard. Why not? Who said I was gonna cut the damn beard? And what is it called again? See, it's not white, silver, or gray. The word for it is total. A whole it means the whole thing. It's not Spanish. It's Tartarian. That's it. It's just it's not recognized for us, because that's in layman's terms to give a picture as from a book when they say a white beard or a gray beard or silver. It's not what it is. It's like the root of our feet, our toes, just like the hair on our head, the ether around. We have to increase that. Okay? So anyway, I love y'all. I'm about to try and find this goddamn. I want to see what they talking, because I know it's going to be a whole lot of goobly gobbly garbage, but I want to see what tea is in there. Things will start standing out at you. When I tell you this, things will start standing out. You'll be watching, you'll be listening, and something will just stab out. And it's like, oh, holy shit. But you won't do that. You'll be, and it'll happen more and more. Then you'll feel a little stronger even when you're weak. It's some weird shit, y'all. And then y'all see me sitting down, right? Look, I'm gonna show you something, right? A lot of y'all know when I was on the res, when I got up to 260, I got back up to 255, 260 right before. And my love handle's really, really big. It looked like I had, and some of y'all can see in some of the videos with my shooting shit, real big. But when I sit down because you know, I don't recognize age. And I'm gonna show you something. And I weighed myself today. I'm 20-something pounds lighter than what I was. But I'm still, and trauma, y'all know, I'm not no little motherfucker, am I? And Westside's a big old country boy too. But for my height and my weight, I've always been a big dude. Except for in high school, and we all about the same size. I was just very flexible and strong because of boxing. But everything, I love what I've become. I love where I'm going. I love where I'm heading. You know, you dig what I'm saying? 2 back surgeries, knee surgery. I allow myself to graft into how the fuck I am. I love my grandpa, my papa. When the babies see me, they be like, first thing they grab, and that's a purpose for that. You know what I'm saying? I've attained something. The thing is, life is not about none of that. Life is not about none of this. Life is about none of this. T now. Life is about none of what's on my feet. Life is about none of that. What is life about? All I'm giving you is an illusion. That's all I'm giving. It's a fucking illusion. When I'm telling you about what I do, I'm telling you something, but you hear the physical, you hear the tangible, what you can see, but you're not listening to the eternal. I'm doing something, hoping that somebody sits there and grab it, because I don't mean for everybody to, because somebody might take it and misuse it. So those who are actually paying attention for something, you want to see something different from what you see. You want to hear something different from what you always hear. You want to be able to conceptualize based upon the perception of what you have, not the perception that you've always been given. See, most of the time, things we perceive has been given. We want to come from the inside to the outside to be able to see things as they're supposed to be conceived. Actually, how they're supposed to be conceptualized. Actually, how they're supposed to be taken in. So I keep giving you a fucking illusion. But it's a real one. And you learn. You're gonna learn. You're gonna fucking learn. Trust me. Or you just don't. You just won't. And what if you come in here and you say that shit, don't mess with me, man, because I'll block you. Talking about, nigga, you look like you could be Jarrell or one of them motherfucking, what the L shit, the Star, Superman. Shut the fuck up. I don't look like none of that shit. Lex Luthor and all that. Goofy motherfuckers. Anyway, I love y'all. I'm gonna see y'all later. People be cracking me up, man. No disrespect to them, but I don't like to hear that goofy shit. Anyway, I'll let y'all in a little bit.